your book, your story, your journey. Rightcoach.ie.
Good
to see you. Thanks
you
for
too
coming.
now. First of all, good to be here, and big congratulations to Carl in writing his book, and then importantly the message that the book is there for and the impact that it can have. You know, as the title said, or as like the tagline says, you know, everyone has a story in them, and unfortunately not enough people share their story of their journey that will not only have a healing impact on themselves but on other people, because we all have something valuable from our own life journey that will have an impact on other people. So hopefully again this book is going to encourage many people to take the leap to actually start writing, because if you just even take something as simple as journaling, that's really powerful in how it helps you to heal on a daily basis. Writing in a book is taking it to another level. So it's a very powerful book. The message behind it's really powerful, and you know, we're living in a time when mental health is really, really massive and needs to be more and more awareness of it. And when was MenScape? How many years ago is it?
We created it in the lockdown, so it would have been around 2019, 2020.
5-ish years or so, yeah.
And we just decided to keep it going, even though the pubs and the restaurants opened back up again, and we let the sort of monthly thing go, but we kept it as a platform for guys to share information with one another. So if anyone knows of a young man, doesn't matter where they are in the world, but if they're local, if they're in Limerick or Tipperary or whatever, they're more than welcome to join the group. We've got professionals in there, we've got plumbers, we've got motivational speakers, we've got functional naturopath nutritionists, and there's a nice energy around the group where people are able to share information to help others on their journey. So whatever that looks like, people are welcome to join.
Yeah, because it's very powerful, because I'm in the MenScape group since near enough to start anyway, definitely 2020. And also was first guest on Carl's podcast, which again deals with argument mental health and giving men a voice, where again it's men are our own worst enemies as well, where we've grown up where it's nearly seen as weakness to share when it's actually the complete opposite. And again, that's the narrative that needs to change. You know, we need to start, you know, not seen as weak, it's actually brave to share. It's a harder thing for us to share. It goes against everything of our natural instinct, as well as more so societal conditioning, where we're nearly trained, and especially older generations, but it's getting a little bit better now, but nowhere near the level it needs to be. So again, this is where like things like MenScape, the writing, the books, anyone like the Mental Health Association, you know, it's important again for more and more of this to be put out there, so that men feel that they have a safe space to actually share and open up. Because the reality is, everyone has mental health issues to some degree, like tiny to massive. Small traumas to gigantic, life-changing traumas, even from childhood. And so we need safe spaces, and that's what kind of it's not felt, and also there isn't enough of it. Like, it needs to be a general topic. Like, as I've said to many people in recent times about mental health, that it's nearly, mental health's nearly like this bubble of, it's like someone who's got real serious mental health issues, okay, that's mental health. But there isn't a person alive who doesn't have some form of mental health. Like, simple thing of even saying my son moved to Canada nearly 2 weeks ago. I've had mental health issues for the last 2 weeks. Now, I don't need to be in a straitjacket, but I'm still suffering mental health issues. You know, if you're having a bad day, that's mental health. You don't have to be going through something absolutely chronic to be impacted by mental health. If you miss a day's exercise, for instance, your physical health is impacted. Why can't we see mental health the same way? Why again is it being classified as something that's like serious? Obviously it's all relative, but it's only serious. Everybody is going through it. So we need to make it a narrative that every single person in the world has their mental health challenges on a daily basis, an ongoing basis, an erratic basis. And we need to make it again a constant safe space for people to actually get to share it. So that's where it gives huge credit to Carl. There's obviously the book, but the MenScape was a huge thing, especially at the time with lockdowns and everything. It gives such a safe space to people, and some of the guys in there, it honestly has kept them going. Because again, I've spoken very closely with many of them, and it literally kept them going throughout the last few years. And some of the guys in there are absolutely thriving now. But if they didn't have that safe space, 2020 especially, who knows what would have happened. So it's really important, as I said, we open up the conversation, we make it normal, we give safe spaces, and again, we stop seeing it as weakness, we see it as strength, because that's exactly what it is. So share openly. I'm very big on, it's like in any form of relationship, whether it be your intimate, your children, your family, your friends, associates, anyone you meet, open, honest communication. We need to encourage that more and more and more, because when you have open, honest communication, then things are going to be much better in any form of relationship. So well done to Carl on all he's doing. Again, this needs to get out there more and more. Let's keep sharing the message and help him in his mission. And like I said, let's make sure that Carl isn't just one of a small pot of people who've written books, let's make sure more and more people do it, because everyone has something to share. All right?
Thank you so much.
Thanks very much.